An elderly woman living alone collapsed in the kitchen because she took blood pressure medicine without eating since last night. No one knew, no one to remind her, and she lay there until noon when someone found her. Living alone does not mean living carelessly, and eating is not just for survival, it is how you care for yourself daily. A meager meal, a glass of water forgotten, a pill swallowed hastily on an empty stomach. Nothing seems serious then, but these small habits are precisely why you feel tired, dizzy, or even require hospitalization. Living alone does not mean living poorly, especially when it comes to eating. Because meals do not just nourish the body, it's also when you nurture your spirit, maintain a stable life rhythm, and hold on to a piece of daily joy. In this video, I'll share 5 silent mistakes elderly people living alone often make with food, and how to keep yourself healthier, even if you are alone. If you have ever forgotten to eat just because of dreading kitchen cleanup, or are used to eating alone in silence, this video might be a gentle yet necessary reminder. And if you know someone who is also living alone, please share this video with them. Who knows, you might have just sent them a warm meal without needing to cook. Let's get started. You don't need fancy meals, but please don't skip them. Skipping a meal doesn't just leave you hungry. It can be the first slip towards falls, hospital stays, and days of never quite feeling your old self again. When living alone in later life, many seniors gradually feel cooking is no longer necessary. No one eats with them, no one waits, no elaborate plating needed. So breakfast becomes a watery coffee, lunch a few biscuits to get by, and dinner sometimes gets skipped for one simple reason: I am just too lazy to cook. But what few admit is, the habit of skipping meals, especially when prolonged, not only saps your energy, it also silently harms your entire digestive, cardiovascular, memory, and immune systems. After 60, the body needs consistent nutrition to maintain muscle, control blood sugar, protect joints, and keep the brain functioning steadily. When you skip a meal, your blood sugar drops, blood pressure can dip, making you prone to dizziness, fatigue, and even losing balance. If you are taking medication for heart conditions or diabetes, not eating properly further increases side effect risks, from headaches to fainting. According to leading nutrition and aging institutes, over 35% of seniors living alone risk malnutrition from skipping meals often, most unaware until their health declines. James Taylor, 76, from Boise, Idaho, was once very active. But after his wife passed, he lost almost all interest in cooking. Initially, he often bought prepared meals, but then gradually he skipped breakfast, had coffee for lunch, and only a light dinner. After several months, he often felt tired, lost weight fast, and became forgetful. He once got dizzy while cooking, nearly fell by the stove. Then his child found he weighed just 110 pounds, emaciated, and took him for a checkup. A checkup confirmed severe protein and vitamin deficiencies. James then learned to cook simple solo meals, use healthy frozen foods, and prep meals on weekends. Most importantly, he started seeing each meal as self-care, not a chore he had to do. If you live alone and feel too lazy to cook, you're not alone, but you shouldn't just accept it as normal. Meals don't need to be fancy, just nutritious, timely, and regular. Keep easy items handy, like oatmeal, boiled eggs, steamed veggies, and set mealtime reminders. Eat at the table, not in front of the TV or in bed. And if possible, invite a friend or neighbor for one meal a week. Just one, but it can warm your whole week. Because each meal tells your body, I still care, I still nurture, and I still want to live healthily. For me. People don't skip meals from laziness, but because they stop feeling they matter. If you know someone like this, share this video before another meal is missed, and you can't ask, what did you eat today, Dad? It's not the food, but the habit of saving it forever uneaten that silently harms you. Meat in the freezer 3 months. No mold, no bad smell, but it could take your life anytime. Living alone, many seniors freeze food to avoid daily cooking. This is convenient, saves time, and can ease mealtime worries. But here's a concern. Many leave food frozen for months, then, if odorless, use it when hungry. And that habit, seemingly harmless, can lead to serious health consequences. Frozen food, even preserved, still has a shelf life. Nutrients diminish over time, and worse, bacteria can silently grow, especially if the freezer isn't cold enough or you froze food left out too long. Eating old frozen food can cause digestive issues, food poisoning, gastritis, or prolonged diarrhea, especially dangerous for seniors whose bodies don't recover as quickly. The US CDC has warned tens of thousands are hospitalized yearly from eating food frozen too long, mostly those 65 and older. Nancy Coleman, 73 in Wichita, Kansas, learned this surprisingly. One day she took out beef stew made 3 months earlier, still in its container and no odd smell. She reheated it, ate it. Hours later, stomach pain, diarrhea, needing ER care for dehydration. Doctors confirmed a foodborne infection from too long storage in a freezer not cold enough. Odorless meat like a silent gun. No warning, but it can take you down overnight. Since then, Nancy clearly dates every container before freezing. She now stores things 1 to 2 months max and checks carefully before use. For her, each meal isn't just nutrition. It's also about safety. You too can start this today. This weekend, check your freezer. Undated items? Toss them. Things there too long, bravely trash them. Your health isn't in that food's cost, but in proactively caring for yourself. Because living alone isn't living recklessly, it's living with quiet self-affection. A small pill, no pain, but on an empty stomach, it can silently harm your stomach, cause sudden blood pressure drops, making you collapse in your own kitchen. A pill you trust to save you could be first to harm your stomach if taken empty. Mornings, many seniors start with water and pills. From blood pressure, diabetes meds to vitamins, heart drugs, some take 5 to 7 daily. But worryingly, many take meds on an empty stomach, not hungry yet, or for faster absorption. And that seemingly harmless habit actually harbors many risks. When your stomach's empty, it lacks a food cushion. Certain meds, especially anti-inflammatories, osteoporosis drugs, high-dose vitamin C, or aspirin, can irritate the stomach lining if taken without food. This can lead to nausea, upper abdominal pain, discomfort, or worse, gastritis or ulcers. Mayo Clinic states taking meds on an empty stomach not only affects it, but also reduces absorption of some drugs, like calcium, iron, or multivitamins, as the body needs some fat or food for proper nutrient uptake. Fred Mathis, 78 in Sacramento, California, used to wake up, take meds immediately, then eat breakfast an hour later. Within weeks, he felt a dull stomach ache, lost appetite, and had occasional nausea. A checkup found mild stomach lining inflammation, mainly from daily meds on an empty stomach. After that, Fred changed. A light bite first, bread, milk, or some porridge, then meds. The stomach pain vanished, and he felt more alert and comfortable mornings. No hearty breakfast needed, just a few light bites to line your stomach before meds. If you can't eat right after waking, delay meds 30 minutes and try to eat before. Always ask your doctor or pharmacist if your medicine needs food. If yes, don't neglect it. Today's light pre-med meal can protect your stomach and smooth your treatment journey. Because healthcare isn't just taking meds right, but understanding small details for daily body care and safety. Still with me and finding this helpful? Drop a 3 in the comments below so I know you're here. And if you haven't already, it'd be great if you hit subscribe and ding that notification bell so you won't miss out on new videos. Your support truly helps us keep creating more useful and inspiring content for you. Food left too long doesn't go bad instantly. Rather, toxins silently grow, even without unusual odors. Fragrant porridge, but on day 4, could land you in the ER on an IV. Living alone, many seniors cook once, then eat it all week. This saves time, effort, and keeps the fridge stocked with ready meals. But note, eating leftovers after 3 days, however well reheated, still risks silent intestinal infection. Food in the fridge over 3 days, especially liquids like soups, stews, or porridges, easily breeds bacteria, even if smelling and looking normal. Bacteria like Listeria or Salmonella don't always smell, but can cause digestive issues, diarrhea, vomiting, dehydration. Very risky for seniors with weaker immune systems. The US FDA recommends cooked food be eaten within 3 to 4 days. After that, bacteria can grow even in the fridge, especially if not below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, around 4 degrees Celsius. Linda Mason, 75 from Cleveland, Ohio, offers a poignant reminder. Once she had leftover steamed fish from last weekend, 4 days in the fridge, and ate it after thorough reheating. It tasted fine, but hours later, stomach pain, light vomiting, and exhaustion set in. Her doctor diagnosed gastroenteritis from bacteria in food stored too long. After that, Linda changed her routine, cooking less, dividing portions for 2 days, and freezing unused parts immediately, not leaving them in the fridge. She even put a note on her fridge, over 3 days, don't risk it. You can also start with simple steps like these. Remember, true thriftiness isn't keeping old food, but keeping your health safe from one small decision. Portion food when cooking, date containers, and bravely toss items over 3 days old. Reheating alone can't kill all risks, but your proactive steps certainly can. Because a good meal isn't just taste, it's the peace of mind eating it, worry-free, just a comfortable feeling inside. A simple meal, but someone nearby offering more veggies, can sometimes keep a senior's mind from deep silence. No one dies from a sad meal, but many lose their will to live when no one waits for them at dinner. Eating alone is common when living alone. Initially, it might feel like freedom. No rush, no fancy settings, no judgment. But if this repeats for days, weeks, a hollow silence slowly creeps into each meal, each sip. And that, over time, not only wears down the spirit, but also clearly impacts seniors' physical and cognitive health. Many U.S. studies show seniors regularly eating alone risk eating less, having poorer nutrition, and even just eating to get by. This prolonged often leads to mild malnutrition, muscle loss, fatigue, and especially increased boredom, easily leading to geriatric depression. The National Institute on Aging has cautioned seniors dining alone too often have a higher risk of cognitive decline than those socializing over meals. Because eating isn't just fuel, it's a chance to connect, talk, and stay mentally sharp. Henry Morales, 77 from Spokane, Washington, stopped setting the table after his wife died. He ate at the sink, often just bread, then took meds and went to bed early. After months, he lost his appetite, lost weight, and felt adrift each evening. His doctor prescribed supplements and advised him to eat with others at least weekly. From then on, Henry started going to community center lunches with other senior friends. Sometimes he'd video call his grandchild nightly, and they'd eat together on screen. The atmosphere changed, his mood improved, and he started wanting to cook again because he had someone to share with. Arrange a weekly meal with friends, neighbors, or family. If not in person, video call or watch a familiar show and eat like you're chatting with someone. And if you can, invite someone for a meal, even just simple soup, because a meal doesn't just nourish the body, it also nurtures emotions. And sometimes long-term health isn't on the plate, but in the eyes of the person across from you. Living alone isn't a reason to live neglectfully. If you don't cook for yourself feeling nobody needs it, shift your view. You need yourself most, because every meal, simple or fancy, also tells your body, I am still cared for. And the first person who needs to do that is you. Don't skip meals because no one's with you today. Don't eat leftovers just to avoid cooking fresh. Don't underestimate taking medicine correctly, because all those small things are the silent wall protecting you from fatigue, low blood pressure, or an unnoticed hospital trip. If you live alone today, please carefully prepare every meal, like you're cooking for a loved one, because you deserve that tenderness every single day. And if this video brings to mind a neighbor, an old friend, or family living alone, please share it with them. You're not just sharing knowledge, but also offering a little warmth amid a very quiet day. Thanks for listening to the very end. May you always enjoy delicious meals, even if cooking for one, and may you live fully and right within your own space.